Yay, I'm live. But is it going to tell me to flip my screen back to vertical? I think I did it right this time. Let's get you on the tripod. Hey, it let me resume. Hey, it let me resume. Hey, I got a like already. Hell, I ain't even in the mood to go live anymore. Good grief. What was I thinking? Oh, all right. Let's get to work. Where was I? So if you're wondering what I'm doing, hey Jim Thomas. Thanks. Hey Hank, how you doing? You driving, are you? Well, I'm just trying to clean up the woodshed here and get a little bit more sorted and organized. I'm hoping to get me some more fatwood tomorrow. And before you go shopping, you got to take care of what you bought the last time, right? All right. Where was I? Man, I swear I must have spent like 25 minutes trying to set this thing up. It should have been easy. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do this because I can't really see the chat and work at the same time. Got me quite a pile down here. Do I want some red cedar? Yes and no, Jim. I'd hate for you to ship it to me. I'm going to go get me some more tomorrow. I'll give you an answer tomorrow. How's that sound, Jim? I was cleaning up this branch. The sun's so bright, it's bleaching out the color. But maybe I should have set up in the shade, huh? Yeah, I'm out of practice. So, got me a bunch of buckets up there. I'm trying to sort. Speaking of red cedar, here we go. I got some red cedar. Yeah. Man, I was all in a good mood till I had to fart around with that damn thing. Let me tell you, stupid technology. I don't even remember where I was going to put my good pieces. Get my store bucket over here. Stuff that's going in the store goes in a bucket. Let's see if the sun bleaches this out or not. Probably. Oh man, I got my hands all sticky. God dang it. I knew I should have wore a glove on that hand. Guess I should have tested this out first. Oh, shut up. Camera. Good God, man. Oh, and it just got all over my hand. You see that? I wasn't prepared. I should have been prepared. Sad thing about this piece is it's hollow. But man, it is sticky. I should have known better. Should have known better than to put it in the sun. Should have known better than to pick it up. Yep. We'll just rub it into the gloves, why don't we? Got some extra stickiness right there. Tons of pine pitch on that. I didn't have a spot for the sticky stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do some processing. And I'm going to start out with some of these broken branches, Fatwood freebies. Yep. Can't think if I got a place in the shade or not. All right, let's get to it. All right, so a broken branch on both ends. I can tell it's fatwood inside because it's heavy, and I know that it's pine. And according to the bark, this is red pine. So I'm going to go ahead and saw them open. Dang. Pretty dry on that end. I'm sure this end will be better. This looks like a burnt chunk. I know where I got that from. Smells good. Oh yeah, it's not bad. Looks like candy. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Sounds like you're working there, Hank. Resin doesn't go up very high on this piece. It comes up to here in some spots. But on this side, resin only comes up about an inch. Sun glows in it pretty nice. All right, we got a break right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take my hatchet and split that. Beautiful. There we go. Fresh cut fatwood. Okay, I gotta bring the free bucket over here too. I don't know why I'm way over there. Maybe I wanted to practice my dunking basketball shots. Let's see here. Okay, free bucket. Firewood. Yeah, I got some monstrous pieces. Got a leg-sized piece over here. Beautiful. All right. I won't be putting this one in the store, but I'll trim it up just a little bit more and put it in a free box. I'm coming up on my 1,000th sale in my store, which is really exciting. So this piece will go in my store. When people buy a ferro rod or something from me, I make sure they get some fatwood free box. Okay. And then these scraps in the big green tub over there is for bonfires for the summer. Dry scraps, kindling, whatever you want to call it. Where's that other? There it is. This one feels heavier than the last one. I'm going to cut it at the knot. You Got a collection of knots, but I doubt the resin goes up that high. We'll cut it right there anyways. Yep. A little bit dry. We'll go down another 1.5 inches. Sure does smell good. Now I went 1.5 inches down. Resin got a little thicker. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a nice piece. Might as well cut that in too. You get to just watch the back of my hand while I saw. It's not like this is pay-per-view or something. Yeah, I'm squeaking on that damn sapwood. Go up a little higher. Maybe I should try right there. Much better. Yeah, she's pretty broken, huh? Look at all them cracks. And all these little pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and trim the sides up on this one too. I'm not watching the chat, guys. I hope it's all right. Ooh, look at the color in that. Wow, nice color. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Hot diggity dog. There we go. That's what the thumbnail should have been. Woo-wee. And you would never know that you just walked by a broken branch and it was full of that. Nice. There she went. Man, that's a nice piece. Got a lot of broken bits on there, but wow. Okay, in the store. And we got these little slivers. This one isn't worth giving anyone. It's only got a little bit of resin. It's mostly the side bark. Bonfire bucket. Freebie bucket. What's next? It's all over here. Let's see here. Yeah, that thing's pretty gnarly. It's mostly sapwood. What is this thing over here? Wow. Come here to me. This one sparked my interest because the end of this branch is broken, and you can tell, I can tell, that it's resinous all the way up there. And this end looks like I did it with the chainsaw. It's pretty rough. Let's see what this piece holds. All right, let me read the comments here. Hello, Steve SRT. Marketplace Boutique, good afternoon. Come back. There it is. The multi-gunman, SKS Hugo. Thanks for coming by. Back to chopping. Seems like half the places I've lived, I live under a flight path. At least I don't live on a damn railroad track. Alright, now these knots will be used for future crafts because I'll be able to cut little slices out of those. So I'm going to save that piece and I'm going to cut it right about here. Oh, that looks rich. Wow. Hey. Just when you think you don't have much fatwood left, you go through your piles and woohoo! Thanks for the videos. David Burkhalter, is that you? Yeah. I meant to upload my Florida Baconwood video last week. And I was missing some footage, and I'm still pretty bummed about it. I could still make the video, but man, I'm so heartbroken that I lost that footage. One of my best ferro rod sets I ever made. And I think it's my computer's fault. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we trim that end up too. Do that first. So tonight's video will be what I made most recently. Well, saved some footage from a month ago. There's a mix of everything. Where am I gonna cut this thing at? Yeah, I got so darn discouraged, I just decided to take a week off. This one's a fatty, but boy, is it rich. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There she goes. Yeah, that's some nice color, man. I forgot I brought a batten with me. Where'd I put it? Don't need to kill your eardrums. Well, you'd be watching this in the doctor's office and all this banging going on. There we go. Wow. Woohoo. That's what it's all about. Heck yeah. Oh, you got the core right there. You could almost take it out of there perfectly. But I'm not gonna. I'll put it for sale, and if somebody wants to do that, they can. Look at this side. What I do with that button. Need to put this on the wood lathe and shaping it up. A little dry right there. This camera's a little bit in the way, but it's working. Nice. right there. I like this end. Woohoo! Love that. Who's next? I don't think this one has anything in it. I know I've been moving it around for a long time. I think it's the top branch. You know how I'll take a branch and I'll cut the dead end off and keep the part closest to the tree. I think that's what this is, but it sure is heavy, so need to clean up this pile a little bit, do some sorting, and trim the fat. If you're still watching, Jody, I reserved my campsite already. It feels a little wet. Definitely dry. Bum, 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 bum. Wow. Yeah, I think this is a flop. Let's see. This goes in the fire bucket. Here we go. Shlisa, where did you put your hatchet? There it is. Had to get through those knots. There should be some resin by the knots. It's definitely fatwood, but it's the dry end. Plenty of resin by the knots. That'll go in the fire bucket. Missed. Halfway made it. Next. I don't think this one's any good either. Let's see here. We got the knot with the punky sapwood knot part on it. I wonder if this is any good. I'm going to cut these little branches off. Inspect those first. Hey, it's got color. I don't know if you can see it or not with that damn blasted sun. It's pretty dark. Really dark. Wasn't expecting that. Well, suppose let's dig in, huh? Check my comments real quick. Outdoors with Dan, I reserved. Why is that dot always in the way? I reserved something for the Fatwood meetup. Sweet. I've got my same site. Hopefully you got your same site. I paid $96 last year for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it was $96. This year I got Tuesday through Sunday, and it was $200. So I'm a little broke this month. Yeah. After that. Okay, we're gonna crack open this knot. I don't know. I was surprised with the little branch on the side, but stay where you're supposed to be. Okay, here we go. Looks pretty dry. It's got some resin in it. Here's a piece I've been curious about. Now this branch isn't much, but it's a good find. If you can see the resin there on the outside of the branch, it's always exciting to find. And this branch broke the knot right out of it, right out of the side. This one I'm going to take my SE6 to and carve into it. Put this off to the side. I'm going to saw the ends first, right about where that resin's at. Some resin in there. Let's get the other end. The other end's pretty sticky from an old cut. Let's give it a fresh cut. Come back here. You're pretty. At least it looked pretty. It's not a super rich color. It's a bit of a brownish yellow amber. The fun part is going to take my knife and slice these edges here. So I expect the resin to be extra rich right along here. And this cut here indicates it. You can see the darker resin where it collected on the break. Oh, pretty. Yep, too much sunlight. It's hard for you guys to see anything. I do most of my videos, I'm real careful about not letting the sun bleach things out. Oh man, yeah, exactly what I thought, but it's a very thin layer. I'll show you here in a second. Just a little bit more. Now come back over here where I can see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's always cool how the resin collects around the broken edges. That's a fun piece. I'll trim that up a little more later on. Maybe while I'm inside working. Here's a piece for the lathe. I don't think I grabbed a bucket for my lathe pieces. This is a real good piece for the lathe. I'll knock the knots off the sides. That'll add a nice pattern when I turn it. It's not a very wide piece of fatwood, so it'd be a small handle. This end's pretty dry, so I don't know how high up the resin goes, and I don't want to cut too close because I want to save some room for my lathe. That's a nice chunk. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and trim this off just a little. Wow, that's rich. Not bad. Yeah, this is a good lathe piece. I'm sure you already know it, guys, most of you who have processed fatwood. You can tell after a while when you're sawing how resinous the sawdust is by how easily it flies away or how clumped up and it drops and it's heavy. It's probably better that I saw those knots off, because breaking them off, they can go in a little too deep. I've turned a piece before where there was a bit of a hole where I had broke the mini branch off where the knot's at and broke a little too much off. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this up just so we can see the color. I'll leave this video up. You can watch it anytime. Certainly never need to feel obligated to watch my videos. I'm content just talking to myself, but it sure is fun sharing with friends. Don't want to lose that. Okay, time for the reveal. I can already see the sun shining through. There. Ta-da! Very nice. All right, lathe bucket. I know I got some more lathe pieces over here. I've even got some little pine knots. And this whole thing is one big pile also. I have a lot back there, not just this little pile. All right. This one looks like fun. Looks kind of limited. And this one looks like a possible lathe piece. Almost feels like a top branch. Even looks like a top branch. I ain't even gonna bother with that. And again, it feels awful heavy. Alright. Outdoors we're done. Yes. Awesome, you got the same spot. Cool. Woohoo! We'll be camping next door to each other. How's Anthrax or Anvil or what's that dog's name? I'm just kidding. How's Axel doing? Oh man, that dog's something else then. Hey, holy shit, man. Freaking resin coming out of this. Oh, and I was gonna throw this one out. I thought it was a top branch. Now, let's see here. He's doing okay. Awesome. Tell him I'm sorry for calling him Anthrax. heavy. Hell, I could still get a handle out of this. There really ain't much there, but all those knots, man. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself to stop, no more. I want to cut into that, but the color of it up here, which is really hard to tell. There we go. I'm gonna put that in my lathe bucket. I might try to get a little itty bitty handle out of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots. 3, 4, 5. One healthy size knot there too. Where's that other one that I grabbed? I know I grabbed 2. Oh, somebody just messaged me. I could have swore I grabbed 2 handles. Let's see. Got so much damn wood around here. Like I said, I really need to clean it up around here and get sorted. There it is. This one, you can hardly tell spit. It looks like a thick layer of dry rot and possibly a center with resin. It's got a crack in the center too. It's got a bunch of knots on the end. Well, I'm curious. Maybe you are too. Let's dig in. It's got some color to it. Not a whole lot. Let's go on this end. This is the one I'm curious about. She's a wonky branch. There we go, right there. It's so-so. I'll trim the sides up on this one. So I got a piece of fatwood I've been itching to get to. It's still way up on the tree. I'm hoping to get it tomorrow. Last time I went up to visit family, I went to grab it and I forgot the battery to my pole chainsaw that I took with me. So I parked, got out, saw I didn't have the equipment, got right back in the car. Maybe next time. It's a huge branch, and it's still up on the tree. I had almost finished cutting it when the battery died last time I was after it. So I only need to cut a little bit, and it's a big branch. I'm hoping I'll be able to fill some more fatwood tins with it. My fatwood tin's all sold out. All right, we have some color. Here we go. Let's see, get the sun on it. It's not a real epic piece, but it's really nice fatwood. I get a little spoiled when I get them super epic pieces. There we go. Free box. Bonfire box. Free box. If I don't think it's worth giving to somebody, it goes in the pile for my bonfires. I got neighbors that I restock to. Check out this branch. It's kind of gnarly, huh? It's almost not even a knot. But you can tell this is the main branch right here. The knot just grew out in an interesting curve. I don't get a lot of pieces like that. I can tell it's resinous. I think I'm going to cut into this one. Ooh, check it out. This is always a pleasant surprise. The knot cuff is coming loose. Man, most of the time they're on there like they're glued. Sometimes if you can peel them off, you get a rich, beautiful resin like this right here. Let's cover it up. Chris, let me turn this so I can read it. Clyde Jones. I'm enjoying your live video, Shlisa. Thanks, Clyde. Thank you. Heck yeah, man. I love it when the knot cuff just peels right off like that. Can I get any more? Yeah. I'm sure the camera don't do it any justice. That's some nice fatwood. It looks like it's resinous here, but dry up here. Only one way to find out. Where do I start? I'll start right here. Dang, I guess I could have went up a little higher. I hate it when that happens. You get some super rich dust coming out of that. Could have went up a lot higher. I was just guessing. Okay, here comes the big reveal. It's got a brownish amber. Nice dark yellow there. All right. Where do we cut next? This looks dry as a bone. And it says it's dry right there. You know what? I'm going to do something out of the ordinary. I'm going to saw it right here, and then I'm going to split it down that way. This is an out of the ordinary piece. Whoa! Whoa! Look how dark that is. Dang. That must be really dark. I guess let's find out. Cut a little slice right off the top to give it a fresh cut, and let's see if it's as dark as that. Woohoo! Excuse me, I didn't realize I was sniffling. Let me take care of that. Nothing more annoying than watching a video and someone's sniffling. A freaking 11-year-old, man. We got to tell him to blow his nose all the time. Come on, baby. Oh man, that smells good. Okay, we don't want to lose this one. This one's gonna be a fun reveal. Here we go. Here comes another big reveal. Hey, that's a nice brown amber, huh? You know what? I might leave this pretty much as it is. Somebody will buy that as is. I'm going to go ahead and delicately trim that off right there. Should have brought my sharpening tools with me. The Essie needs a little touching up. How's that? See if we can get the sun to glow this way. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Got itty bitty down here. I ain't gonna touch this one. I can tell already this one's gonna be good for the wood lathe. That'll be a nice little tiny handle. Let's see. I'll go ahead and touch up that end just a bit. Nice dark color, pretty broken on the end. There we go. Let's save that one. What else we got over here? This feels like a dry end, but it's super sticky saturated. That'll probably go in the firewood pile, but I'll split it. What else we got over here? Got a cool little knot cluster. Might as well cut that knot off just to see what color it has and pitch the rest of that. What else we got? Ooh, that looks like Austrian pine right there. What we've been digging into is red pine. Yeah, this is an Austrian pine knot. I can tell by the color. Hell, most of the time I can remember which tree it come from by looking at it. I've always been a map nerd and a photographic memory type of person. Some say I'm gifted that way. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with this little knot cluster just to see what color it has. I honestly couldn't tell you which tree this came from. My first guess would be the red pine. That I wish I had more of. No, this ain't the right color to be that one. Don't know which one this one came from. Alright, we're going to cut this little knot off and see what she holds. Oh, decisions. What's the best way to get in there? Let's say right here. Ah, nice Maya dust, light color. There's your knot cluster. Now let's take this and see if we can it's all right. See what it looks like. Woo! Wasn't expecting some laughs. I don't want to cut it there. Come on. Should have showed it to you before I did that. Where'd it go? There. Where's the other piece? There it is. Yeah, that looks like it. There. There's a good look without the light blinding you out. Very nice. I like it. See the color? Woohoo! How about this end? Very nice. Found the other piece to it. You know, if I'd clean up my mess, I'd be able to find shit when it flies away. Flying fatwood. If pigs can fly, so can fatwood. All right. There's a sappy end. Pretty sure this is a dry piece of fatwood. There's even some sap on that end. But it's very light. I can hear the sound. That's dry punk wood. And it's very thick. Very thick. So the fatwood's like a little quarter. Let's see what it's got inside. It's all right. That'll go in a free bucket. Hey, there's a split right there. Those are fun. Let's see what's inside the split. Nice and gentle. Nothing fancy. Sometimes you get goobers. All right, how am I gonna put this? Let's see. Take off some of that dry. Dang, am I that out of practice? Been spending most of my time on the lathe. There, free bucket. Seems like there's only inch and a half of resin on this one. And it ain't even worth it. All right, next, got that Austrian pine knot. It looks like the rust-colored kind. There's not a whole lot to grab on this end for my wood lathe. We'll see what I can do. Go right about there. Nice Maya dust, nice and rich. So Austrian pine is also known as European black pine. I'm gonna wait to square that up on the wood lathe. It's a little harder to cut through the knots. Then again, can't resist. I want to look. I need my other saws. This one ain't long enough. Yeah. Rust-colored Austrian pine. It's not the prettiest stuff, but when you put it on the lathe, it is. Let's check my comments. Got a lot of longleaf pine where you're at, huh? Is that the longleaf pine where the darn needles are like 11 inches long? Most of our needles get as long as 5-6 inches. It's pretty rare to see a pine needle longer than 6 inches around here, up here in Michiganderland. What's this right here? I don't have a clue what this pine knot is. So David Burkhalter's got a lot of longleaf pine. Longleaf is yellow pine. Cool. That's what I thought. Linda Campbell, she's got those in her yard. All right, Shlisa, let's see if we can remember. I can't remember where this one came from. Feels nice and heavy, dense. Over here feels light. So I'm guessing I'm gonna be cutting right about there. And then I'll cut the knot right about there. Start with the knot first. Nah, it's more fun to cut up here first. Yeah, it's dry. The dust is floating. Smells good. It's pretty resinous for that high up. And that one can go in the wood lathe box too. Of course, how many more handles can I turn? I got my store pretty much stocked. I'm almost done turning handles. Then again, I don't think I'll ever be done. All right, it's got some good color. Pretty small, thin, and there's no little knots to give it detail. Put that in the lathe bucket. Ooh, I see a piece down here that looks interesting. Now this one here is just burnt. That's the top, but it's got some wood on it. So this seems to be a top branch, but I wouldn't cut it that bad. I don't know why I have this. I do have a chunk bucket, and I do sell chunks by the bulk. I'm a little low now, so I need to make sure I save my chunks. Looks like I'll get a 2.5, 3-inch chunk out of this. That'd be about it. I'll cut it there. Just like I thought, dry right there. Yeah. Got a nice color to it. It's all right. So. As Cass Hugo, I was thinking longleaf pine was code for something. Rich. Yeah. I think David Burkhalter's married, so I don't think he meant it like that. Hey, baby, I got some long leaf pine for you. That's funny. Code. There we go. Nice little chunk. It's got some pretty color to it. There we go. Yeah. Chunk bucket. Man, I think I'm keeping them all for myself. What's this down here? My foot was resting on this. It's got a thick ring of dry sapwood, but in the center it looks really rich. What to do with it? Dig in. That's the answer. Let me see if I can get this tripod out of my way. At least a little bit out of my way. Almost there. Okay, are you guys ready for the big reveal? Here it comes. Huh? Yeah, not bad. That's got a bright... See, now here it doesn't look blood red, but when you hold the disc, it's got that deep, rich, blood red color to it. Huh. That's pretty cool. Hope to find some of that tomorrow. My goals for tomorrow is to get the big branch way up high and then go down the dirt road to where I've got a red cedar, and see how much I left for myself. Man, freaking Maya dust is rich. Clyde Jones, Shlisa, you have a lot of energy. I'm like you working with Fatwood. Something. See if I can read this. No, don't hide my chat. Working with Fatwood. Something you can get hooked on. It's habit forming. Yeah, my habit started 8 years ago. It don't look as pretty on the side. There. Ding dong, launch device pulse. Whatever the hell that is, I don't care. There it goes. I made the little dot go away on the screen. Excuse me. Ah, that's some pretty color. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a free bin in my wood shop, and it's getting low. Just found this random piece. Ooh. Let's give it a fresh. Yeah, if the Fatwood ain't pretty enough to go in the store, but it's too pretty to throw away, I find somebody who appreciates it. Yeah. And if it ain't worth giving it to nobody, it goes in the bonfire pit. Oh, there's a fresh cut piece I missed. Free pile. All right, who's next? Who's getting the axe? Whoa, I ain't used to sitting that long. Whoo. Get up, move around. All right. So I got this burnt hunk of garbage. It's got a lot of weight to it though. This one right here, I tell you what, she's got to be special. It's got quite a fit on it. But I intend on getting this branch out of here and turning it someday. Look at that honey resin. Okay, we got Austrian pine knots. Austrian pine knots. Red pine knot. Little pine knot. Hey, this is gonna be fun. Extra sticky. All right, so I'll put my pine knots right here. What's this thing? This thing is garbage. Let me make extra sure. Sure feels heavy. It's got a little tiny spot of resin in the center, but it's so heavy. We'll dig into that one. Ooh. Back up a pine knot. Ooh, this one looks like fun. Man, I think it'd take me a week to go through all of this, or just a whole day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner out here, I could pull it off. Head rush. All right, where's my lighting at? The table right here. All right. Yeah. I remember cutting this one off the tree. Even the fin has fatwood in it. I'm afraid to mess it up, but I want that branch. I want the branch inside the knot. See, it's even bleeding honey resin on this crusty side right here. Yeah, that fin's fatwood, that's for sure. Ain't much to look at though. Man, if only I could just peel it out of there, but it's on there good. That's a special piece. We're not getting into that today. We got this big honker that I said was garbage. Let's get this one out of the way, make some space. That's what we're doing today, trying to make some room. Be able to find things, get things resorted. I like it when everything's sorted. It's a fire hazard too, not having everything nice and tidy. This will be the next piece we dig into. It's all crusty. Super crusty. Looks like whatever's left from whatever I did before. It's going to be fun to take the SE6 and slice into. But first, let's get rid of this thing. Okay, one more time. Branch has about a nickel size worth of sticky icky in the middle. Feels heavy, but it doesn't look like it's worth anything. I'm going to start with the cut end first, and then I'll probably cut about there. Got a strong turpentine smell to it. Must be pretty old. Well, it's rich and it's fatwood. Alright. Now to guess how high up it goes. Ooh, that's really dry. Starting to see Maya dust. It's probably going to be like a dime size, or it'll be all spread out. Pretty damn dry. Fire pit. You know, I think somebody will like this. Okay, so according to this cut, the resin goes up pretty high, but it's on the edges. You know, I'm willing to bet this is jack pine. Yeah, it even smells like jack pine. Jack pine's a lot like white pine, but it's not. Jack pine, you get almost a whole saturation of resin close to the tree. But once you go up an inch, inch and a half, it starts to dry out. It's still darn good fatwood. You can fire it up real good with that. $3. It's not sought after. I got customers waiting for me to get more of this and get more of that. All right, okay. Back to this piece. It's just basically what was left over when I did some processing, kind of like I just did here. Now this little knot coming out is just leaking pitch all over, and it's real pitchy. Real pitchy. You can't really tell the end, but I'm sure it's really rich. Might as well just trim off a little sliver. Man, it's rich. And down the hole it went. All right. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean it up over here. All right, let's do it. Shave some of this pitch off of here. This is gonna be cool. Ooh, man, there's got to be a way I can get you closer. Let's see here. All right. I got sticky. Man, this stuff is so boogery. Oh. Hell yeah. Sweet. Wonder if I can knock some of that out of there. Probably not because of the angle. Maybe if I... Don't want to hit my fingers. There we go. Woohoo, come back. There. That's pretty fun to dig into that. Now I'm just playing. I ain't even doing any work. Chunk bucket. Who's next? Got mesmerized. I should have saved all them shavings, man. What a fire that could have been. All right. This has got a lot of knots on it. I don't know if it's any good for the lathe. Certainly not good for the store. It's got a lot of knots on it. It's not very straight, but I could get a handle out of that. Looks like an old chip hanging on there. Boop, boop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap this up pretty soon, start cleaning up my mess. I think I'll go for another 15-20 minutes. And then get to raking and throwing away loose scraps like that. I've got to get up early in the morning and head north, and then come home, and then head even further north Saturday morning. I need to take the time to sharpen my chainsaws too. Batteries are all charged. Hey, that's some nice color. I like that. Ready? Here it comes. Meow. Comments moved. Where is the Fatwood meetup? We do our Fatwood meetup at Fort Custer. Augusta, Michigan. I'm catching up on comments, excuse me. Yeah, a lot of energy. A handheld battery chainsaw with a 6-inch chain is great for when you use the handheld pruning saw. Yeah, I love my pruning saws. Let me tell you what. I'm thinking about putting a 6-inch bar on my chainsaw. Right now I've got an 8-inch bar on it. I'll never get use out of 6-inch. I think I was just thinking about it because I was feeling too lazy to sharpen the chain, and the 6-inch bar has a brand new chain. I'd be regretting it. I'd be like, damn it, I wish this thing was 8. Let's not go there. Just squaring this off and revealing the other end because I'm very curious. Ooh, making my arm tired. There. I have no idea what kind of fatwood this is. It's got the lichen and the color of the high-grade Austrian pine. I found a whole entire tree of the stuff. And I practically have the whole tree here at the house, having people help me haul it out. It's yeah, I think it come from this tree. So the tree was really only that wide, but still the good 50, 60 feet. No, I think that's exaggerating. About 35-foot tall tree. This one's got all the knots on it. But yeah, I think this come from what did I used to call it? Tree number 2. Tree number 2, even though it was tree number 1. This one's definitely going in the lathe bucket. It's got some beautiful color to it. And damn, does it smell good. This one here I harvested 2 Saturdays ago. It's got an old cut, like I cut into it and changed my mind. Maybe because at the time I didn't have a handheld chainsaw, and cutting through the knot was a lot of work. So basically I'd only be getting that much fatwood. Now I'm curious. Now I'm not even getting nothing done. I could do this all day. I used to. Be back into it. Doing most of my work indoors. What am I stuck on? Yeah, that ain't very exciting, is it? I'd say that's 20% resinous on that end, and about 75% resinous on that end. That'll be saved for a lathe, but this one gets kept outside. And I think I wanted to cut into a couple of these pine knots. Then I'm going to wrap it up. Got a ton of these. These are actually whole trees behind me. And the tree trunk is about that big around, full of pine knots. But it's not that great fatwood. It's not red pine, which is a real bummer. I wish I could find more deadfalls on the ground. Whole entire trees, man. Right now, my favorite trees with the best stuff are still standing, and they're dead, but I can't reach them. So I just gotta wait for time to go by. Come on, baby, don't catch on me. Yeah, it's all right. It's a brownish amber. Cut the other end. I'm going to split this thing because I've got so much of this. And I need to refresh my memory. Where do we want to go? We don't want to rockin'. That's good fatwood for the lathe. Oh, time to go. Honey's getting ready for work. Time to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Go ahead. It don't matter. They hear me banging on the fatwood. They don't mind you cleaning your boots off. Scaring the birds, though. Lower Michigan Adventures, I'm jealous. That's a beautiful piece of gold. They call me Jimmy Boy. I'm not familiar with Fatwood Meetup. Could you provide details? Chris Jones. Clyde Jones. No wonder I don't go live from this stupid phone. I can't read it. You always get the best. Oh yeah, Jimmy Boy. Oh yeah, he's definitely going. I'm going to steal You're Fatwood, Jimmy boy. Tell me when you got the day off. The wifey's got to have the day off too. Show me where your spots are. I'll help you find it, and I'll leave with a couple bagfuls. Okay, so the Fatwood Queen Michigan Meetup, second annual Fatwood Queen Michigan Meetup, is this September, the week after Labor Day. So the day after Labor Day, all the way until the next Sunday. And us folks from Michigan and whoever else can venture from afar comes and camps out with us. I bring lots of Fatwood to share because I got buckets full. And we hang out by the fire and we have good food and fellowship, and you can bring your bikes, you can bring your dogs. It's all good fun. If you want details, you're gonna have to wait. I haven't made the event yet on Facebook, but you gotta find me on Facebook. I'm Shlisa O'Shell. I also have my Fatwood Queen group, and the event will be made, and invites get sent to whoever I feel like I know personally long enough, because we don't want any drama or trouble. All good people that come together, and we want to keep it that way. It's gonna be another good, fun meetup this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. I liked the first one so much I even put it in my calendar for September of this year. Yeah, Jimmy Boy has one of my Fatwood Queen calendars. It's pretty badass. I think he only wanted it because he's in the picture. I'm just kidding. I love you, Jamie. Get a hold of me, Jamie. I'm ready to come out and visit. I'm going north this weekend, but I'm pretty free after that. And thanks for sticking it through. And Rich, if you're still listening and you're driving down the road, be safe. Get home safe. Everybody else, who am I forgetting? SKSU go. You all know who I'm talking about. I'm getting out of here. We got s'mores. Cool. All right. As Jimmy Boy would say, peace, love, and chicken grease, or something like that. I'm out of here. Keep it burning. Let's see if I can figure out how to exit. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. And please don't forget my premiere tonight. It's gonna be fun.